It's
grew to become one of our country's biggest scandals.
We'll take a look back at that incident right after Joe's updated weather forecast, so stay with us.
Change is good. That's why you'll like the changes that the Jenny O line can bring to your life. At a price that's a nice change too. With everything from lean turkey bacon and ready-to-slice turkey breasts to light turkey franks and a versatile ground turkey. So take home Jenny O tonight and take home some change as well. Jenny O, change on your table and in your pocket.
Western French salad dressing, your family's favorite barbecue sauce.
Turning. Tossing.
Broiling.
Saucing.
Flipping.
Flopping.
There's no stopping. Western French dressing, chilled or grilled.
Let it roll! Down the highway!
Roll into your nearest Nissan dealer now to lease an award-winning Sentra for as little as $149 a month. That's a Sentra with cruise, air, and AM/FM cassette. Just $149 a month for 36 months with no down payment. So hurry in today and
let it roll! Down the highway! Let it roll!
what began in the driveway or on the sidewalk in front of the home will end on the velodrome in Minneapolis, when only a lucky few will make it as far as their bicycles will take them to the Olympics. Come witness the race that will decide who will represent the U.S. Olympic team in Barcelona this summer and who will just be riding home.
Tickets available at Ticketmasters or pick up order forms at Rainbow Foods.
It's new, and it's extraordinary, with a taste you'd never imagine possible. It's clear and it's clean, and you'll know it the moment it touches your lips. It's new Nestea iced tea. It's the way iced tea was supposed to taste, but never did until now. Nestea, taste the plunge.
Primetime Weather is brought to you by Builders Square, the warehouse with everything for your house.
And meteorologist Joe DiGiovanni back with us now to take another look at the weather for us. And that storm's just about petered out now.
It's petered out across Minnesota and Wisconsin anyways. It's still kind of firing up a bit over Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan. And we'll take a look at that in just a little bit. It did wreak a lot of havoc across our area over the last little while. We'll show you some of the rainfall totals across the western part of the state. But first, take a look at the current conditions. Right now, it's mostly cloudy in the Twin Cities area. Temperature is 66 degrees. Dew point at 58. Relative humidity is 75%. Winds from the west at 17. And the pressure is steady at 29.48. We'll start out with a look at the radar. Showing some showers up towards St. Cloud and also between St. Cloud and up into Alex. Across the Twin Cities, there's a little bit of light shower activity across the southern metro. Farther down to the south, you get over toward Faribault, over toward Waseca. They're seeing a little bit of some of the heavier showers right now. All this is drifting off to the east at around 30 miles per hour, and we have just about a 30% or 40% chance of some showers across the cities for the rest of tonight. Let's check out the heavy rainfall totals that I was talking about. This is from yesterday's storm. We did have some pretty good amounts in the east, but the very heavy stuff was in the west and west central and the southwest. Many areas reporting 6 inches or more. Montevideo was one of those areas that was 6 inches plus. And as far as today goes, back behind the front and the low pressure system that caused all the heavy weather, very windy conditions. And here's some of the peak wind gusts across the region today. Not too bad across the Northland, 23 in International Falls, 33 St. Cloud, 57 miles per hour wind gust as you get over toward Alex, 51 here in the Twin Cities, 49 down into Rochester. Let's take a look now at the satellite loop. See that air of low pressure spinning around across northern Minnesota and the cold front extending now across the central part of the Great Lakes. Ahead of that, they're still seeing some of the heavier showers and thunderstorms. We're just going to be under, well, okay, there goes the button. Thought it changed before. Love these garage door openers. There's that area of low pressure that's up into the Hibbing area, right overhead right there. Behind it, you can see how close together all the isobars are. That's where we have all the windy conditions out there. Ahead of the front is where we're seeing all the big storms still taking place. A couple of tornado watches up now from 10, 11, and 12 o'clock tonight across the lower part of the Great Lakes area. Just some light rain being picked up on the national radar as you get across the state of Minnesota right now. Some heavier showers also down into Oklahoma. Now, tomorrow we've got this front dropping down across the state. We're looking for a few sunny breaks out there, but also the shot at seeing some stray showers too. Let's take a look at our forecast now tonight. For the Twin Cities, blustery conditions. It'll be windy. We'll see a few showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. Best chance of thunderstorms south of the metro, 54 to 59 for the low. Now tomorrow, chance of showers and thunderstorms as we go through the day. Should be on a scattered basis. Maybe some sunny breaks in there as we get into the afternoon, 70 to 75. And tomorrow night, mostly cloudy. Once again, could see an isolated shower, 53 to 58 degrees. Taking a look now at Friday, partly sunny, chance of showers again. Very scattered, 70 to 75, and now the weekend is looking pretty good, although on the cool side. We'll be dry Saturday and Sunday, high on Saturday around 70. Sunday will be in the 60s, so a good chance for people to get out there and cut their lawns since we've had all the rain over the last couple days. Really, it's got to be about a foot high.
Yeah, and safely, no threat of lightning.
That's right,
Yeah. Or hail. Okay, sounds a lot better. Thank you, Joe.
You bet.
Well, today marks the 20th anniversary of a burglary that brought down a president.
Indeed, it very quickly became known simply as Watergate, and it's what forced Richard Nixon to resign from office.
Deborah Potter, with the help of CNN's archives, takes a look back at this turbulent time in American history.
It was 2 a.m.
We heard a run for a possible burglary at the Watergate.
3 D.C. police officers responded. A security guard had found something suspicious.
From just a piece of tape running probably from about right here down across the lock down to here.
Just a piece of tape on the doors to the garage and the 6th floor leading to the office of the Democratic National Committee.
What are doing over there? Well, what we're doing over there is put wiretap in the telephone and take some pictures from the Democratic headquarters record file.
The 5 burglars were cornered in this office.
All these hands went up, and I think at that point we realized, I said, what in the world have we got here?
We knew that it was something other than just an average burglary. You know, you have 5 middle-aged males in suits and ties with all this equipment, all the rubber gloves, etc., the cameras, the film.
And the money, hundreds of dollars in sequentially numbered bills that marked a trail to the White House. The break-in on June 17th was actually the 4th time the burglars had been into the Watergate. They were confident they wouldn't get caught. For one thing, they had a lookout on this balcony right across the street. But the lookout at Howard Johnson's didn't spot the plainclothes police until it was too late.
Unfortunately, when we came into that 6th floor door, they were caught. There was no backup, and they were like rats caught in a trap.
They knew they were in a place that they could succeed in. They were arrogant to some degree.
All of the burglars went to prison. Cuban exile Virgilio Gonzalez spent 14 months behind bars, then went back to work in Miami as a locksmith.
What I do, I think, and I have a good reason in that moment. And I have to do it again today with the same reason I do it.
His reason to keep George McGovern from winning the White House.
In case he be elected president, he's going to make the re-election for Cuba. I mean, breaking an interest in a little store, in a little office like that, don't mean anything.
Politically, of course, it meant the resignation of a president. For the Watergate, it meant instant notoriety. Without the break-in, it would be just another Washington building, known for its distinctive balconies and exclusive shops, not its history. If someone had only remembered to remove that piece of tape.
We never get caught. The thing goes smooth, we take a bunch of more pictures, and we get out of there, and that's it.
Deborah Potter, CNN, Washington.
Big word for 2 letters, if. If.
Coming up next in Tonight in Business, how other airlines are reacting to Northwest's fare increases.
And find out if the fastest growing sport in the country has any staying power to it. That story when we come back.
Uncle Tim's remodeling lesson number 1. Go to Builder Square. Yeah, that's where your folks saved on everything to fix up the bathroom. Yeah. Do it yourself is fun, huh?
Yep.
Why don't you go downstairs, ask your mom for some lemonade? Someday I'll tell them about lesson number 2. Builder Square also does installation. Oh, geez.
Boy, that was fast.
Yep. Builder Square, the warehouse with everything for your house, even installation.
Bring the Baron home tonight. Red Baron frozen pizza.
How fast do the dogs pay off at the Greyhound track? Good doggy. Don't miss the action at the Greyhound track on Saturday evening, June 20th. You'll have a blast, as usual, and you might also drive away in a brand new 1992 pickup. Everybody loves to win at the Greyhound track. Come join the fun. St. Croix Meadows, it's a blast, it's a buck.
We'd like to thank the editors of the car magazines for all the kind words they've said about the Lexus LS400. If they have any superlatives left, we suggest they review our special lease. See Lexus of Wayzata about our limited time special lease.
Tonight in Business is brought to you by Lexus of Wayzata, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today.
It seems the airline industry isn't climbing on board Northwest's decision to increase fares.
Yeah, as we first reported on Primetime News here last night, Northwest Airlines has announced a 10% across-the-board hike in ticket prices for its domestic flights. Well, the airline found itself standing alone today as rival carriers failed to increase ticket prices. Officials from Northwest made it clear today that they don't want to get in a pricing war with American Airlines. The price increases announced yesterday follow some concerns at Northwest that the airline stood to lose more than $40 million if it continued the summer fare wars.
Michigan-based Upjohn Company announced today it will offer early retirement packages to 1,100 of its workers. The company is hoping to offset an expected drop in earnings for the second quarter. The Federal Reserve is reporting tonight an upswing in manufacturing nationwide. Officials say the economic activity continues to improve in all regions. Manufacturing is up, and so is worker productivity, up 2.7% during the first 3 months of the year.
And Jeff, a note from the labor calendar. On this date back in 1936, 12 trade unionists met in Pittsburgh to organize the United Steelworkers of America. By the end of that year, more than 125,000 workers had joined the union and rallied to demand a $5 a day wage. It was an active day on Wall Street. Declining issues, though, swamped advances by more than 3-to-1. When it was over, the Dow had fallen more than 41 points, stopping at 3287.76 on very heavy trading of 227 million shares. The Dow's net loss over the past 7 sessions has been 116 points. And here's how some of it looked on Wall Street today. Among the gainers in national stocks, Atlantic Richfield, United Tech, and PPQ Industries. Among the losers, Medcare International, Critical Care America, and U.S. Surgical. In regional stocks, among the gainers today, MTS Systems, Interstate Power, and Flex Steel. Among the losers, St. Jude Medical, Ecolab, and SuperValue. Well, it's taken the nation by storm. It's attracted more than 7 million Americans.
Inline skating, or more commonly known as rollerblading, is the fastest growing sport in the country.
Beverly Shuk reports for us tonight on how long it might last.
Sales of inline skates have taken off, more than doubling every year for the past 3 years. In 1991, sales hit $164 million. What started as an off-season training tool for ice hockey skaters has spread to a form of recreation, exercise, and a pretty good way to get around town. Rollerblade, the industry leader, has just come out with a Metro Blade. The skate and shoe come apart, enabling the skater to go just about anywhere. Rollerblade says business is booming.
The problems we're dealing with now are nice problems to have. We're struggling a bit to keep up with demand, but our sales are moving up almost on a daily basis.
There are now about 30 companies that make inline skates, and competition is bringing prices down. You can buy inline skates for as little as $30 a pair. However, experts say lower prices and increased competition will cut into bottom-line growth.
Going forward from here, we're going to see the industry begin to mature and probably see 10 to 20% growth over the next 5 years.
One skate seller says his business's early days are a tough act to follow.
The first day that we opened the store in New York, which was May 19th of 1990, we sold out our entire inventory, everything the first weekend that we were open. There was just a huge vacuum of opportunity. You know, that doesn't happen anymore anywhere in the country.
So the industry is beginning to expand outside this country. Rollerblade and First Team Sports, the second biggest inline skate maker, are beginning to enjoy success in Canada, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. And inline skate sales are just beginning to roll in Japan. Beverly Shook, CNN Business News, New York.
They could just figure out a better way to stop those things. Jeff has a technique, right, Jeff? He'll tell you how to do it.
Hey, just drag that one foot behind you. It's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, easy
drag
for
it
you.
like this,
Right.
and then tumble a little bit in the grass, and it's no sweat.
Okay, Perry with the sports when we come back. Twins and Royals, and a future Timberwolf visits the Twin Cities.
And a big trade in the NBA. Stay with us.
This Wednesday night, Hollywood's hottest leading man is cruising into late night.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
That's right, the guy that drives the women wild, Tom Cruise on Arsenio.
Whoa! Woo! Baby!
Chatting it up about his hot summer blockbuster and life with co-star and wife Nicole Kidman. There's also country's own Billy Ray Cyrus and funny man John Henton. So don't miss it, folks. Wednesday on Arsenio. Where else?
Tonight at 10:35 on Receptive Channel 9.
Some words about the Northland Edition Ford F-150.
The Northland Edition is a very special F-Series that we build. They're two-tone vehicles that are just simply some of the sharpest and best vehicles that this plant has ever produced. Because when the dealers get a vehicle that's built with the enthusiasm and a lot of the interest that the people have here in the Northland Edition, you know you're going to get the best possible truck you can give to a customer.
Get a Northland Edition Ford F-150 now for a limited time, only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Primetime Sports is brought to you by your local 76 dealers, who invite you to go with the spirit of 76.
Twins are still looking for some pitching.
Yeah, they actually got some tonight, but...
Took a while to find one. Huh?
That's right, no question about it. Actually, several pitchers have come through tonight. Although Twins are battling Kansas City again tonight at the Metrodome, Game 3 of their 4-game series. Your first look at these highlights. Twins are trailing 1-0 in the 7th when Chili Davis comes in. He lines one down the left field line, and this ties the game as Kirby Puckett comes in to score at 1. Davis later scored in the inning to get the Twins a 2-1 lead. Now, in the top of the 8th, Kevin McReynolds, as the Twins use 3 pitchers in this inning, drives in Jim Eisenreich, and we're tied at 2 until bottom of the 8th. And who else? Kirby Puckett just reaches out off Mike Bodeker's first pitch and drives in Greg Gagne with a go-ahead run, and Puckett later scored himself on a sac fly by Herbeck. So they move to the 9th, and the Twins, after losing the first 2 of the series to the Royals, are leading it, and they'll wrap up that series 12:15 in the afternoon, one of those matinee games at the Dome. Jack Morris in Toronto facing Detroit tonight. Jack going for the victory. Looks like he'll get it and go 8-3 on the season after that exciting ground out by Phillips. Roberto Alomar, though, giving him some support here. The shot down the left field line opposite way will score a run in the first. As Toronto is leading Detroit, they move now to the 9th inning. Jack Morris on his way to yet another victory. 6-2 Blue Jays over the Tigers. Frank Viola wins. Boston over the Yankees 4-3. Milwaukee beats Oakland, and Cleveland has defeated Baltimore 3-2 that final. Now moving to the National League, Cincinnati keeps rolling, beating the Giants 6-4. They were rained out in Wrigley Field in Chicago today. San Diego shuts out Houston. Pittsburgh over Philadelphia 8-2. Montreal has defeated the Mets, or leading the Mets 5-2 in the 8th. And Tommy Glavine becomes the first 10-game winner in the majors as the Rays beat the Dodgers 4-3. And your first look tonight at the opening of the Sports Gallery at the Metrodome Hilton, a permanent Hall of Fame to some Minnesota greats from all sports. That includes athletes from the Special Olympics program, too. Scott Studwell on hand, former Viking. Honoraries do include the likes of Scott Ledoux, the boxer, and Gopher baseball coach John Anderson. Tommy Reed, former North Star there. The Special Olympians honored tonight, Stephanie Wannabe and Matt Knorr. All this at the Metrodome Hilton. By the way, the state Special Olympic Summer Games will be held later this weekend at the National Sports Center in Blaine. Now, that major trade in the NBA to tell you about tonight. Charles Barkley, the outspoken star forward in Philadelphia, sent to Phoenix for guard Jeff Hornacek, forward Tim Perry, and center Andrew Lang. Charles says he can now play golf every day in Arizona. The trade comes just hours after Barkley was acquitted of battery charges in Milwaukee. A 3-day trial ending. The jury says Barkley acted in self-defense when punching a guy outside a bar a few months ago. Tonight, traded to Phoenix, and now he's en route to practice for the U.S. Olympic team. And his Olympic teammate Michael Jordan adding another trophy in his hands for being voted the most valuable player in the NBA Finals for the second straight year, the only player ever to win this honor, along with regular season MVP awards in 2 years. Jordan leading the Bulls, of course, to the 1991 and 92 NBA titles. The NBA draft is a week from tonight, and the Timberwolves have the 3rd pick, and just maybe got a good look at the player they will draft in town for a marathon evaluation, as our Jim Gilliland reports.
People are looking at it.
He did everything but hold up the Wolves jersey with his name on it. Christian Laettner will not be back in Minnesota until after the Olympics are over, but when he does come back, the brass left little doubt that the Duke star will be their man with the 3rd pick.
And barring the unforeseen, as Bob said, he's going to be a Timberwolf.
I don't think I need to, to lie to anyone. I would love to come here. It's in the north. And I heard there's great people in the Twin Cities. Everything's beautiful. I'm very easily convinced of things. I'm very easily persuaded. I can rationalize to myself very easily, and I've been thinking about Minnesota since the draft, the lottery.
His style has been compared with that of Danny Ferry, who was a star at Duke, but nowhere near that as a pro. He's also been compared with Kevin McHale. Coach Jimmy Rogers prefers that description.
He's big, he's mobile, and I think those are things that Kevin had coming out of college, and he's intelligent and very forthright and willing to work, and I think that those are Kevin McHale characteristics as well. So if it turns out that he becomes that type of a player, I'd be very happy.
I think he is totally involved with a team commitment and with his own personal goals. And he's very specific about that. And that's somewhat unusual because he's thought things through.
Though the Laettner deal appears done, there still should be plenty of excitement for Wolves fans on draft day. The team has 3 second-round picks, and the guy they call Trader Jack McCloskey says he has a number of proposals spread around the league. He's just waiting for one of those other general managers to pull the trigger. We'll see if the last week before the draft brings any action. Jim Gilliland, Primetime Sports.
Okay, James, tennis tonight. David Wheaton loses in a warm-up tournament for Wimbledon, defeated by Jaco Elting of the Netherlands, 6-4, 6-4, 16 aces, zipping by Wheaton in that match. Just 1 year ago, when the U.S. Open golf tournament held at the Hazeltine course in Chaska, Payne Stewart, the winner in the Monday playoff. The 1992 tournament tees off tomorrow at Pebble Beach, California, along the coast. And the Seals are relaxed, ready for the second major of the year.
It's one of my favorite courses. Jack Nicklaus has won here in '72. Tom Watson won in '82, and whoever wins this week is going to deserve it. It's a very tough course. The USGA set it up unbelievably. It's perfect. The fairways are the best they've ever been. The rough is probably as thick as it's ever going to be. And unless we get any water, I think the greens will be very firm, which shots won't hold the greens, and I think the scores will be pretty high. So Pebble Beach is going to be a great week, and the winner is going to be very deserving of the U.S. Open champion.
Couples was red hot early this season, including his Masters victory, and hoping to close in on the Open. He is a 5-1 favorite. Beautiful, unbelievable course.
Oh,
Pebble
gorgeous.
Beach. Yeah, gorgeous along that coast.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
We have to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute.
First, here are tonight's winning daily 3 numbers. We'll be right back.
Maybe it's the water or something in the air that gives people here that thing we call common sense. You can see it in their faces and the things they do, like going to 76 for their gasoline. It's the same quality the winners at NASCAR depend on. And people figure if it can satisfy the demands of racing, think what it can do for their cars. And that makes sense, which around here comes as no surprise. 76, go with the spirit.
Some words about the Northland Edition Ford F-150.
The Northland Edition is a very special F-Series that we build. They're two-tone vehicles that are just simply some of the sharpest and best vehicles that this plant has ever produced. Because when the dealers get a vehicle that's built with the enthusiasm and a lot of the interest that the people have here in the Northland Edition, you know you're going to get the best possible truck you can give to a customer.
Get a Northland Edition Ford F-150 now for a limited time, only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Time right now for one last look at the weather.
Windy over the next couple days. Tomorrow's forecast, looking at a chance of some showers or a thunderstorm out there. It'll be windy, and we'll have a high temperature of 70 to 75 out there. Maybe a couple sunny breaks, too.
All right, sir. Thank you.
And Twins update?
Trying to hold on. It's 4-2. Royals have the bases loaded in the ninth. And Rick Aguilar are trying to shut the door. They play again tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Barry.
All right. That's our report for tonight. Thank you for being with us.
Good night.
Good night.
Hi there, I'm Jack Prescott, one of the busiest bankruptcy lawyers in Minnesota. I can take the fear and the worry out of your bankruptcy. I've filed over 20,000 cases. This is all I do and I do it well. Call me today, Jack Prescott.
Home Enhancers, fast becoming the #1 choice of Twin Cities homeowners. We specialize in porch additions with quality craftsmanship and competitive prices. Find out what these people have already discovered. Call the pros. Call Home Enhancers. It's the Super Spa sale at the Swimming Hole. Like the Scallop, normally $29.95, now $16.95. Or the Bahama, normally $36.95, now only $24.95. At the King of Spas, the Swimming Hole. Apartment Search, information on over 100,000 apartments. Save time with our color videos and computer printouts. It's fast, it's easy, and it's free. Stop in today and we'll find the best apartment for you. Apartment Search, 333-RENT.
From the earliest times, men have roamed the high seas in pursuit of riches, an eternal quest which has taken them to the far ends of the earth. Some grew rich, others never returned. The impending perils of each voyage outweighed only by the promise of what lay ahead. Treasure. Treasure Island Casino, for the pirate in all of us.
The class of '92 is at your Toyota dealer. A whole class of Toyotas you'd vote most likely to deliver quality and value. Most likely to give you toughness in a compact 4x4. It's the head of its class. They're tough and dependable. And this month's special savings add even more value. Now we're talking. Quality and value. That's intelligence. You won't find a smarter deal. The class of '92 sales event, now at your Toyota dealer.
It's one of those nights. Let's get busy.
One of those nights. It's gonna be one of those nights.
Weeknights at 10:35 on Receptive Channel 9.
The place to be is the grand premiere of the Taco Bell. New fajitas are here. Steak or chicken, nobody can beat 'em. When you need a fajita, the Bell's the place to be, yeah. New steak or chicken fajitas got onions and peppers, juicy tomatoes all smothered in cheddar. So run for the butter. Everybody will be there. 'Cause when you need a fajita, the Bell's the place to be, yeah.
Hey, want to taste a couple of beers?
Sure. You bet.
So which do you prefer?
This one. That's a beer.
Here's Budweiser, and this is Coors Extra Gold.
Oh, whoa!
What if I told you Coors Extra Gold was brewed far longer than Bud?
I had no idea.
70% longer.
I guess there's surprises all the time.
Slow brewed for that real beer flavor and color, the way beer was meant to be, which may be why 58% of Bud drinkers prefer Coors Extra Gold.
Be 90%.
Coors Extra Gold. If you're missing real taste, beer is back.
Incredible! These are awesome facts.
Why are you ladies so happy?
Oh, it's so fun shopping at the big dollar store.
because nothing's over $1. Just look at what my daughter and I got today for $1.
We saved $47 by shopping here today. Mom always said a dollar saved is a dollar earned.
The big dollar stores have thousands of bargains you need and use every day. Nothing's over $1. Food, socks, housewares, health and beauty, and much more. Have fun and save money. The Big Dollar Store.
Hi, I'm Steve Cochran.
And Lee Valsvik.
And join us on July 11th for the Kaiser Roll. It's the nation's largest wheelchair and able-bodied fitness event.
Call 870-9440 for details.
Here are tonight's winning Powerball numbers, courtesy of your friends at Channel 9.